fight week is here, and Valentina versus Grasso is this weekend. There's some interesting fights on the card, and I'm going to make my predictions for those fights. But before I do, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, as we have brand new videos every single week. So let's take a look at what we've got. Oh, it says here it's in Las Vegas. Didn't Dana say it was in Mexico?
Former Mexican.
Former?
Former Mexican. So
You say former?
yeah, I just say that.
I guess it's just for Mexican Independence Day. What a kick in the teeth that is for Grasso. I thought this was going to be in her home country, so at least for her first defense, it would be at home. But as a champion, that's a real kick in the teeth, because she's not going to get any pay-per-view points for this because it's on a fight night.
Where's that one? Where's that one?
The UFC are such, sometimes, they've had 3 Mexican champions this year, and they've thrown away an opportunity to have a huge card in Mexico, and this is what they do instead. Total wasted opportunity. But let's get on with my prediction. So in the main event, we have Alexa Grasso defending the flyweight belt. That feels so weird to say. Valentina has been the champ for such a long time, and I think this fight is really, really tricky to predict. Grasso had a fantastic performance last time round, especially in the first round and the fourth where she got the finish. But Valentina's just so good. You know, I'm not saying it's a fluke win, because Grasso was super, super close all the way through, caused her a lot of trouble. I think the winner of this is going to be who can make the most adjustments, and I think with Valentina's experience, she'll be able to come in and have made those drastic improvements. So I am leaning for Valentina in this, but if not, could this be the end for Valentina? She's not getting much younger, and another big loss for her is really hard to come back from. Then we have Kevin Holland versus JDM. This is a super exciting fight and a huge opportunity for JDM to fight a big name like Kevin Holland, and the winner of this is likely going to move up into the top 10. I am rooting for JDM here, so I might be slightly biased, but I think he's probably got the slightly cleaner striking. But it's a big step up in competition, and Kevin Holland could easily get this done. Kevin has a huge range advantage, he's a fantastic striker, and his improvements on the ground have just been drastic. So he has developed so much, and he could finish off JDM here, and JDM wouldn't be the first prospect to move up to a big name and not be able to handle it. So, and also Jack didn't look that great in his last outing, but I'm still leaning JDM, and I'm going to pick him by decision. And talking of prospects, we move on to the youngest prospect in the UFC, Rozas Jr. He signed with the UFC when he was 17, and I do worry about him.
Bye, baby, bye!
He looked really poor in his last outing, and he looked quite one-dimensional. He does have a fantastic ground game though, but his striking needs a lot more development, and he just kept throwing the same things over and over and over again, and it's so hard to develop in the UFC, especially at such a young age, because there's very few easy fights at this high level. Terrence lost his UFC debut and got KO'd, but he's got a lot of submissions under his belt, so he might be able to defend against the submission threat of Rozas Jr. But I am going to pick Rozas by decision for this, because I just think he'll be slightly more active. And that's pretty much it for this card. There's a lot more fights, obviously, but those are kind of the only ones that I'm interested in, and I don't want to waste your time, and I'm sure you're not interested either in my predictions for some no-names you don't know about. But this is actually a pretty good fight night. You know, we were supposed to have Rodriguez versus Ponzinibbio and Gastelum versus Shavkat. That would have made this fight night pay-per-view caliber, and even now it's still really good, and I am really looking forward to it. Thank you for watching. If you can like, comment and subscribe, it really does help us out.